That was a basket by number 20, Shakir Yakubu of Toronto Basketball Academy, and we are underway. The final, the 11th game of this 3.5-day session live from Winnipeg, Manitoba. It has been an absolute pleasure. Northstar looking to improve to 4-0 in this session. TBA looking to improve to 4-0 on the season. They won a game earlier this year back home in Toronto against GTA Prep. They have won their first two here in convincing fashion. And now they're taking on the hottest team right now in the National Preparatory Association, Northstar Preparatory Institute. That at the line is Jashawn Downey.
Downey's been tremendous throughout all the games we've seen him. He's at an over 28 points per game. Also playing defense at a high level.
Simmons, Akinwalumbo, Junior Mercy, closed up, back out, Ben Simmons, no good. Downey with the rebound. Pushing.
Definitely a home court advantage here. This is the one they practice and play on. We'll see how much that favors Northstar, but right now, Ahmed Athman knocking down a triple, and he's done a lot of that as well for TBA.
7-0 run to start it for TBA. Rebound, TBA pushing. Downey, wide body into the lane. He's got it going early, no surprise there.
And Northstar knows what they're up against. They've been preparing for this game. TBA is a tough team that's going to keep coming at you, and Coach Yusuf Ali has the luxury of getting guys off the bench that can contribute and not slow things down.
Simmons runs into a wall, back out, Junior Mercy. No good. Tapped out, Deng Dak. Deng Dak is the glue that's going to hold Northstar together.
And if you were watching the last game, he is Northstar's version of Quo Agua on the glass, rebounding the ball for them and cleaning up. Plus, I love the Jordan 11s he's got. He's rocking.
And Dak is on Jashawn Downey. Is anybody really ever on Jashawn Downey, though?
I mean, he gets by guys. He finishes every which way he wants.
Junior Mercy invites the contact, drops the floater. He really needs to have a good game for Northstar in this one. They need everybody flying. Osman had to launch it. Northstar has withstood the storm in the early going. Simmons running off the Akinwalumbo screen. Ooh, lots of contact, no whistle either way. In transition, Yakubu with two more. 9-point lead for TBA.
And Yakubu, a Brampton, Ontario native playing for Toronto Basketball Academy. He's going to be a big piece also with next year as well. The 2021 class and 22 returning.
Good defense
TBA.
By Downey. It was the swing through that resulted in the whistle. And that's exactly what the coaching staff brought over Downey to say. Don't swing through, go straight up. You'll be fine. As I said pregame, I'm like, Downey is thick. Like wide shoulders, like that's your point guard out there.
And you look at Athman's body, it's the same way as well.
Yep.
These guys, I got a chance to go in a couple of weeks ago and watch them at practice. They hit the weight room before that. And you could tell by the way they're hitting the weights that these guys are developing physically as well, all of them.
Getting after it, Manuel Ugba, two-handed slam coming off a NPA season high 43-point game is Ugba.
And after a 7-0 run, it's now 13-8.
That's the shooter. You don't want to leave him open too often. Trevon Rye. Junior Mercy isn't going to be rushed unless he wants to go fast. Dang Dak, a little bit out of his range. Mercy, no. Another tap out. TBA leaking out. Mercy trying to get back in transition. Bothered him, but not enough. TBA jumped out to this early lead. This will be something to watch this season. TBA is going to come out and hit you in the mouth every game. It'll be interesting to see if people can rebound from that. They haven't been able to thus far in this season. I know in that GTA prep game it was the same sort of thing. TBA jumped out to an early lead. GTA battled back but couldn't get all the way there. And we talked about the depth from edge. You see the depth of TBA as well, bringing in 3 new bodies. Not much of a drop-off there. I guess it's more of an age thing for their reserves. Rye is good. Kinbalumbo inbounds. Mercy.
And Junior Mercy's going to look back on a lot of this film and recognize that his shot selection's got to change in the lane. He's not going to be able to get the clean looks that he once got when he was playing at St. Laurent. The unsung hero, in my opinion, Ben Simmons for Northstar, doing a little bit of everything to just ensure that he's productive on the floor. Good look.
Oh, smart play. Mercy pushing. Ugba. Lots of transition opportunities for TBA. Keon Baker hanging and banging and dropping the leads at 11.
Terrific body control on that play.
Dak pulls it back out, 8 on the shot clock. Ooh, that was a lot of contact, and that's a charge going back the other way.
Baker putting his body on the line, that rail thin, no problem. He's going to take the hit.
TBA, they play physical. They've already lost 1 player due to injury out here. Elbow injury taking Ayub Nur Hussein out. Luckily, x-rays were negative, so he'll nurse that injury and be back on the floor soon enough. Corner 3 is good. Harnoor Dhaliwal, one of the snipers off the bench for TBA.
I think there's a main component here that sticks out to me for TBA. Their team culture. This is a real brotherhood. They play for each other, and I don't think there's a team that does that better than them.
Downey. It's almost surprising when the layup doesn't go in at this point. Simmons fires into the corner.
Great look in the corner. And that's what I was mentioning about Simmons earlier. He's constantly making the right reads. Ideal role player, super unselfish.
Nice find. That's the Junior Mercy that Northstar needs. Great bounce pass the way of Rye. Sorry, of the way of Ben Simmons. Ooh, one of the few unforced turnovers from TBA out here. Leads at 12. Northstar probably feels pretty lucky to only be down 12. Haven't been able to get the offense going. Quentin Cochran. Took him a couple of games to start getting himself in the groove. No surprise, off the feed from Shegen Akin Balumbo, who has been dropping dimes out of the post position, and always there seems to be an answer. This time, Jesse Okiki, who had a great game yesterday. Simmons no good. Transition again. Keon Baker throwing down in the peg. Keon Baker and TBA have come out and given it all to Northstar, up 14 in the early going.
I'm not sure how that could be two if it was, it's either on the floor or an and one here.
Leads at 13, 2:05 left. Nice look. TBA just comes at you in waves. Good ball movement, almost poked away. Mercy back out, Simmons. He's got to hit that shot for Northstar. He does just that, cutting it to 12. Ahmed Othman, who had a very good game yesterday. He's not someone who's going to need to stuff the stat sheet in order to have a solid impact on the game for Toronto Basketball Academy.
They get help from all over this roster, even guys coming off the bench for Coach Yusuf Ali. Okiki was another one that was really good yesterday for them.
Mm-hmm. Keon Baker, one of the plethora of players on TBA who make such positive impacts on the floor. Junior Mercy set back down low. Muhammad with the block. Baker, hezzy dribble, gets cut off by Simmons. Othman, Dollywall, off the screen. Good ball movement. Othman, no good. Rebound, Muhammad.
Love the ball movement here from TBA and the overall spacing. Guys drifting to the corners, guys filling the lanes, creating away from the ball.
40.5 left in this opening quarter. Kind of what I expected. I expected TBA to come out with a flurry to try to take the fans out of this one for the hometown program. Akin Balumbo, no good. Yeah, Cochran using the off arm to clear out, called for the foul down low. TBA will be able to hold on for the final shot. They will have a double-digit lead through the opening 10 minutes, especially now that they'll be going to the charity stripe.
Seems like they have a game plan defensively here for Emmanuel Ugba as well, slowing him down. Ever since that dunk, he hasn't really, shown anything. And that's credit to the defense.
So what's going to happen in this league, man? There's going to be a great individual performance. Teams are going to be able to scout that and then shut it down next time. And that's why depth is so important in this league. And that's why when we see teams like Edge and TBA, although there's more teams obviously for us to see this season, 2 teams that stick out with the depth that you need to be able to challenge for a national championship.
And there's certain guys you can study and then you can contain them, and then there's other guys like Downey you can't really do anything about. He's gonna get whatever he wants. And then of course, we talked about this off air a little bit. Arno Conan, like that is what he showed us. That is who he is, and it's gonna be tough to stop him.
We've talked about it a lot, but Shekina Kinbalombo, like that pass, I didn't think was there. He delivered it right on target, resulting in 2 free throws. And I think, it's one thing to have the vision, it's another to execute on that vision. The pass isn't there unless you can deliver it. And he won't get an assist on that, but that led to points. 5 to go. Baker, TBA is a first quarter monster. Ugba looks good. A little bit long. 15-point lead after 1. Stay with us. TBA looking to improve to 4-0.
Seasons. Almost 300 games.
Oh, Jacoby Neath!
Thousands of kilometers over 8 provinces.
He tried to send that one to Banff.
Making Canadian basketball history.
History has been made.
Nearly 100 alumni are now playing at the post-secondary level.
Hey!
Some will see their dreams come true.
Need some juice.
And all of our former players will forever be part of the NPA family.
Oh, killing time. Alan Spoon Hunters cooking up a show. Jordan Prasad putting the NPA on notice.
Now, new names will emerge.
Setting the NPA on fire.
With the same passion of those that came before them. And to them we say, next man up.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep.
We're back. TBA making their hay in these first quarters. Leads at 17. Another downtown hit. TBA continues to get it done.
And that time it's Sydney Okiki showing off his versatility, connecting from deep. Okiki altering the shot of Junior Mercy on the other end. Here's Rye.
Edge getting it back. Sorry, Edge. Northstar getting it back. Mercy. Kick out. Simmons. Ugba. Foul. In the motion. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Ugba coming off that 43-point explosion has not been able. One of the toughest games a young player will play will be the game after a great individual performance. So what will we see out of Ugba in this one? Sent back by Ugba. Mercy pushing the other way. Back out, Simmons, corner 3. No good. There is Emmanuel Ugba.
And the defense looking at it like, where did he come from?
He glides in, leaps, and then in midair can do what he wants. But just as we say that, as the lead's cut to 17, checking back into the game. Back into the game right now is Jashawn Downey. Ooh. Rye. Yakubu. Downey. Off the Okiki screen. Yakubu shuffled his feet a bit there. Okiki tried to come down with the rebound. Here comes Northstar, led by one of their sparks off the bench, one of my faves, Edge Capuano. I love these guys that just play 10 to 12 minutes a game, but play their tails off when they're out there. Corner 3, no good. Northstar has an opportunity here. Ugba. A little turnover thanks to some great D. Northstar starting to get a little momentum on their side, but they're still stuck 14. Kinbalumbo, kick out. Ugba, no good. Junior Mercy jumps in there, jump ball, good battle. I like to call that a respect stare between Yakubu and Mercy. Sorry, that was Okiki and Mercy. I think it was a good pass, but timing was a little off there. Ugba was actually still out of bounds when he received it. Amadis Nodars McKay. See, and it's Amadis Nodars McKay and Edge Capuano. When those two come off, they play at the same time. They only play, 10 to 12 minutes a game. You can see them communicating right now. Like, that is so important.
For sure, and they understand what their role is on this team. It's to come in and be pesky and disruptive on the defensive end.
And they're going extremely small right now as Northstar. And that's Coach Darren Leonard telling Junior Mercy, you got to shoot that because this is who we have out here right now. We got 3 guys that are all 5'11" and under. That's being generous, along with Ugba and Akin Balumbo. So you got to shoot.
There's Downey.
A star is being born here in Winnipeg.
And on our next NPH National Player Rankings release, we're going to see Jashawn Downey really go up. Oh, I thought that was a player that was going to go up and dunk it.
For you to put a TBA player on a poster, it's going to have to be something really special because they're
just not having it.
No,
they're just not having it. They're going to make sure that they commit a foul.
Yeah. And not in a dirty way, just in a strong defensive way. Ooh, could have been steps, I think. Awkward looking shot. Keon Baker gave us a glimpse into the future of what we can maybe see out of him. Wow.
Nothing but net.
It is backbreaking when you play TBA and they just knock down every open three they get.
And recognize how many guys can knock it down.
Oh, nice passing from Northstar. Mercy getting up there. You know, since that initial 30-point game in the session, Junior hasn't been able to get it going offensively, but he's trying to make an impact other ways. And offensive rebounds and steals is where he's doing it.
And right now he's been targeted by the defense.
Yes. And that's why we always say when you're talking about I don't know about that.
He definitely leaned into him.
Yeah, but I mean, Nodars McKay does not have the power in his left arm to shove a man of his size to the floor.
Sometimes you got to sell it.
Yeah, oh, they did. But yeah, we always say in these smaller point guards, that's always a tough part, right? Like a guy like Junior Mercy, who's so exciting to watch, but when a team can key in on him, it really, there's not much he can do.
Little mental lapse there for Keon Baker, the youngster. Went over and back, and that's because in FIBA, let's wait.
Downey got it to go. It's the one thing with Akin Balombo, he's been able to see over defenses with those one-handed passes. TBA ain't going to have it. But that's a nice touch. Ooh, I like that.
Again, the assist from the big man.
A little tuck and finish. Nodars McKay. Rye. No good. Ooh, that was a carry. Mercy, step back three. Looks like he got fouled, no call. Transition. Rye is open in the corner. Keon Baker says, I'm good. I'll take it myself.
Wow. The ability to absorb, contort in midair, and still finish.
TBA maintaining this double-digit lead. Stay with us. We'll be back to Winnipeg.
Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court.
Back live to Winnipeg. Keon Baker looking to finish off the three-point play. Leads at 21. Mercy. Capuano. That is deep from Ugba. Nice save, but no one there for Northstar. Cross court, Baker. Wow. Keon Baker drops a tough and one. Next trip down the floor, rips home a try. Leads at 24. Capuano down low, trying to kick it out. Free throw line jumper, no good. Wing three, Othman, only his second shot of the game.
We've seen Othman connect from three, Downey, Baker, Dhaliwal, Rai. There's so many weapons, man. It's tough to contain, and right now, TBA's in full control, and they got the chokehold on.
Capuano open in the corner. Mercy working.
And Coach Darren Leonard's looking for a foul for Mercy, but I mean, he's jumping into guys who are much bigger than him. That's a tough call to make.
Good ball fake. Just couldn't finish on the floaters, Capuano. Back the other way. TBA will not stop. Ahmed Othman. 2 in transition.
And just putting a beating on another team that's 3-0. And obviously Northstar did a great job in terms of building the program, maybe recognizing in this game that they got a long way to go here. TBA setting the standard for this Winnipeg session.
Battling. Kimbalumbo's open. He's got it. Look to pass. Jumper just does not have a lot of arc on it. Doesn't give himself a lot of opportunity to have it roll or bounce in. Oh, heck of a save though by Downey. Yeah,
pass
Mercy.
from Keon Baker, unreachable territory.
Yeah. I like that Mercy actually kept that himself. He needs to try to get the feel and flow going. If Northstar is going to have a chance in this game, he's going to need to be able to score the ball. I mean, you're stuck 24. It's obvious you need some offensive help. You only have 30 in the game. And we looked at the shot chart yesterday. That's TBA's game. Baseline, corner threes, transition. Dang Dak.
Another thing I'm noticing about TBA is just how well they've game planned for all of their opponents.
That's a credit to the coaching staff. Look at them. Everybody getting on the floor, but TBA up top, Deshaun Downey. The lob was just a little off the mark. Timeout. Stay with us.
Golden Dough, it's a family restaurant. We are in Mississauga, been here for 25 years. It's a Middle East cuisine. We make it out of love. We make it fresh. It's very healthy for an athlete to come in to have a nice meal. Sitting around back home, like when you order a big plate or like a small plate, they like to share. A lot of family come together, they sit together. So this is what kind of makes it a family restaurant. Back in the day, my grandpa used to be a baker and he used to run a restaurant. So it's pretty much in my blood. Anybody that comes in will feel like into a family business. Come to Golden Dome, Mississauga, be a part of the family.
The National Preparatory Association started 4 years ago, born by the desire of basketball coaches, many of which were outside of Southern Ontario, to provide a different option than traditional high school competition for elite-level basketball talent. The goal was simple: create a platform for Canadian student athletes to give them the best opportunity to earn scholarships for post-secondary education through the game of basketball. Since then, the NPA has grown to provide the best basketball exposure available at the high school level. You haven't missed a thing. Junior Mercy with the rock. 1:40 to go in the first half. A 24-point lead for Toronto Basketball Academy.
TBA is not slowing down whatsoever. They have kept pressing and keep pushing here in transition. Good find and feed from Downey.
Dang Dak comes out with it. Northstar need a couple of stops and a couple of baskets to get some momentum on their side heading into the break. Akim Balumbo. Oh. Just has not been his half, the big man. He's had such a great stretch of 3 games here. They're going to hit some adversity. Now, how does he deal with it? That's the question. This has been, I know you were excited coming into it, E. It's been a very, very good session.
I was looking down the rosters and just doing my studying, and a lot of these guys I've known for 3 or 4 years just from watching them on the club circuit. And it's just amazing coming together and building rosters. You know, you got Edge, who's a program who's going to be near the top. TBA making a clear run for a championship caliber team.
Yeah.
And then when we were on the East Coast, RNS was easily the best team out there.
This is what a National League's all about, man. And really, when it comes down to it, we have a championship, like legit championship contender. There's Muhammad with 2 from every part of the country.
Yep, you're right about that. I'm interested in how Tyler Fiawi, the 2022 big man for RNS, is developing. He hasn't seen even the slightest bit of, you know, the highest level competition in the NPA so far.
Othman, good D once again.
Good strip that time, or hand on it. And now they're begging for that call, but I mean, for Junior, he's just jumping into bodies. You're not going to get rewarded for that kind of stuff. Seconds left here in the second quarter. That's what happens when we've 11 done 11 games.
It's a good thing we got 6 weeks off before the next 11 games.
I'll be back in the gym regardless. I got
I'm just talking about
a lot of prospects
streaming.
to track.
I'm just talking about streaming.
I got you.
It's a lot. We enjoy every second of it, but every morning when you wake up, after 6 hours of talking, and then of course then we go back with our group and talk about it all over again.
I'm just going to tell them to watch the stream.
No, but us ourselves, right? Like at the end of the day, we always reflect back at everything we saw.
Yeah.
Oh, TBA with another chance.
So unselfish, this squad.
That is, I think, their 3rd buzzer beater, and it was Othman giving it up to hit Dollywall for 3. I think that's their 3rd buzzer beater in this session. The lead's at 25. We are 1 half away from closing up the Winnipeg session. It's been fun. Stay with us. The National Preparatory Association started 4 years ago, born by the desire of basketball coaches, many of which were outside of Southern Ontario, to provide a different option than traditional high school competition for elite-level basketball talent. The goal was simple: create a platform for Canadian student athletes to give them the best opportunity to earn scholarships for post-secondary education through the game of basketball. Since then, the NPA has grown to provide the best basketball exposure available at the high school level anywhere in the world. We do this by live streaming 90% of the league's nearly 100 games on our North Pole Hoops YouTube channel, ensuring high-level competition in front of post-secondary coaches from across North America, providing game-by-game statistics on every player in the league on our industry-leading website, npacanada.com, creating individual profiles for all of the league's players on Canada's top college recruitment site, northpolehoops.com, while sharing it all through the social media reach of NPH's multiple platforms. By doing all of this at the highest level, we believe that we can keep the majority of Canada's basketball talent here on home soil, and ideally in their own city or province.
Last 2 years I played at prep schools in the US, and I'm just really happy to be back in Canada and to have this opportunity to play in the NPA. It really means everything to help push Canadian basketball forward.
I love the NPA because it's given me an opportunity to showcase my skills and talents in front of many coaches across the country.
Teams from New Brunswick don't usually get the exposure you would, but the NPA provides that, and just the competition is great.
It's a national scene. You're not playing guys in Ontario only or only in your city. You get to travel all over Canada, places you've never been before.
Each team had a different style of play, and that was something you had to prepare for every single game. They really helped to prepare us for our basketball career. It's not just me, it's my whole team.
Y'all are doing a great job of just exposing some of the underrated talent. It's a great spotlight, right? I think it's the best league in Canada.
It's given us a platform from Western Canada and the prairies especially to showcase that we do have talent that stacks up with the best talent in the country.
I really love the fact that I get to be proud of my school, of my team, of my guys, and put them on a national stage, which is what the NPA allows us to do.
It's come a long way just because everybody's on the same page, from the executive right down to the coaches and the players. I think it really is a family.
We are making history every season through a shared vision, common goals, professional leadership, and a league-wide constitution enforced by a board comprised of coaches from the league's original teams. Nearly 100 NPA alumni are following their dreams through the NCAA, U Sports, CCAA, or JUCO routes. Our new goal is strategic growth with long-term partners willing to help our team continue to blaze a new trail in Canadian basketball, showing our student athletes that what they need to succeed is right here in Canada.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities. The NPH Showcase Circuit is your opportunity to learn the blueprint while joining the NPH family. Starting with our foundation, that is the Junior NPH Showcase Circuit. This level caters to elementary school student athletes in graduation to the high school tier. As a camper, you will have the opportunity to enter the NPH national rankings, where player profiles are created acting as an online resume. This database is directly connected to a network of over 150 prep and post-secondary programs. By attending our camps, you will maximize on scholarship opportunities, perform in front of national scouts, and get a chance to learn from elite NBA skill trainer David Tyndale. Entering the showcase environment provides every camper an opportunity to measure their talent against elite prospects within the region. Top performers raise their stock and begin their recruitment process with exposure opportunities through national rankings, player mixtapes, and connecting families directly to college and university coaches. Regardless of age, gender, or talent level, developing professionalism and positive habits are vital for the success of all campers in life and in basketball. The Blueprint tackles academic eligibility, self-reflection, assessment, goal setting, and brand management, all aspects necessary to become a professional on and off the court. The NPH Showcase Circuit takes place from April to December in a player-focused environment, while the Canadian National Invitational Tournament in July brings a team-focused evaluation platform. The CNIT brings 100-plus top-tier clubs from around the world to compete for the national crown. Student athletes continue their journey to the next level as North Pole Hoops invites the network of prep and post-secondary programs to evaluate talent live and direct. As the summer comes to a close, high school season remains a lasting component to a student athlete's pathway. Players who thrive in high school are recruited by prep programs to continue pursuing the next level in a competitive environment. At this stage, North Pole Hoops has identified Canada's top prospects from coast to coast, placing them at programs within the National Preparatory Association. Founded in 2016, this league is quickly emerging as a global destination for the world's elite basketball prospects. Utilizing the exposure arm of North Pole Hoops, comprised of digital marketing, live broadcast, and scouting, NPH acts as a media and marketing partner for the NPA to maximize exposure for our student athletes, helping them gain scholarship opportunities, our ultimate measure of success. Climb the ladder to the next level by joining the North Pole Hoops family and enter the Blueprint.
Who will be crowned national champion?
And Jacoby's going to try to measure this one up, looking for a made-to-measure suit.
Fourth quarter of action is brought to you by Indochino, where right now, using promo code HOOPS, you can get a custom-made, made-to-measure suit that a number of our coaches get fitted up. 10 showrooms across Canada, 6 of them where we have teams in the NPA, match made in heaven. Indochino and the NPA.
Indochino, the national sponsor of the NPA. We are excited to have you as a sponsor. We're excited for what you're doing and what your brand brings to our league. The prestige of your brand, the prestige of our league from coast to coast.
The guys at Indochino were amazing when I got fitted. I can't thank you guys enough.
Indochino making me look good. That's all I gotta say. It's not always an easy task. Very grateful that you guys are taking care of me and having me look a little bit better.
I really thank you for putting the time in and believing in what we're doing with the young men and just, again, establishing ourselves in not only the basketball community, but the community that we live in.
Thank you, Indochino.
has this like ferociousness to his game, this wanting to take the opponent's heart out. That, you know, it sounds really vulgar, but that's what it is. Like, that's what the elite guys, they compete in that sense. And I think that's what Addison has. It's that killer instinct that sets him apart.
Let's see if Northstar can find their legs in this second half, because they have been playing flat. Kimbalumbo, kick out, Deng Dak. I talked to him before the game and said, you are the glue guy. You may not end up pouring in points all games, but you're extremely important. But maybe in this game, he does need to pour in some points.
Yep, and it looks like he's stepping up defensively here too. They got the assignment of Dak on Downey. We'll see how that turns out. Foul on the floor there on the big man.
I'm interested in what, CTA, Royal Crown, RNS, Halifax, what those squads, LBA, what they're going to be able to do to shut down this three-point shooting at TBA. We'll stay here for a second.
And the CTA squad is coming in with a lot of depth this year. I mean, they return a lot of guys with experience as well. Guys like Enoch Kalambe, who's, ranked pretty highly in his class. Ankit Chowdhury, another one of those guys that can fill it up, can snipe. You have, Munis Tutu playing at Carleton, originally from Windsor. His younger brother, Galdo Tutu, is in the mix there as point guard. And then you got, of course, the role players, Wilson Dubinsky and David Muila. Daniel Muila.
I was about to say, we got Dave Muila. JD Muila is back in the league?
No, man, he's killing it out in Texas.
That didn't come across my table.
Killing it out in Texas, playing his JUCO ball. He'll go Division I after this year. Got a flurry of offers after his last outing at the JUCO showcase in Texas.
He made such an impact in this league. I think there's still guys who come into the gym and look around. Is JD here? No? Okay, good.
Yep. And he was mean.
That's what I mean. Like,
he was so mean.
Yeah.
I loved him down.
He was a traffic cop. I still remember him getting away with a shot on Jacoby Neath in one game that the refs didn't pick up.
Yep.
And Jacoby kind of straightened up and was like, did he just do that?
He just
slapped
me.
He did do that.
Good D, rejected. Okiki gets sent back.
Corner three, stop me if you've heard this before. TBA from downtown, Shakir Yakubu.
And again, utilizing the resources in the National Prep Association. We were looking at the shot charts last night.
Big man to the high flyer, Emmanuel Ugba.
A lot of TBA's shooting comes from the corners and at the rim. They really flatten out the defense.
Oh, Downey. Set back by Big Shake.
Shake's had enough of this.
Yeah. That is what Northstar needs to do to get back in this game. Ugba. Yeah.
Yep, and they're forcing.
Just turned it over. No charge, just turned it over.
On the last possession there on the defensive end for Northstar, it forced Yakubu to dribble into traffic. And the positioning of their feet forced them in there. That's really good defense. They're going to slow them down. Here's the pressure coming on full court a little bit.
I think Downey's going to see a lot of Deng Dak the rest of this way. Yeah, it's a moving screen.
Sucks to take that three away from Downey.
If you look at Deshaun Downey and he's going downhill at you, like, how do you step in, I guess, and try to take the charge?
Yeah, he's a freight train, man.
Jeez.
Eyes wide open, fully laser focused on the target. Coming at you full speed. Good D by Athman.
I think that is what Kimbalumbo needed to do. Get position, force the whistle. We haven't seen TBA get in any foul trouble. They're very deep though, but it will be interesting as that kind of moves along. If their rotations get thrown off, how that affects their overall game. Simmons, good. You heard Jackson McKay from the bench say bang. They knew that was good off the release. Yeah. Oh. Northstar collectively upset because they knew that they had a turnover there, but Akin Balumbo got a piece of that ball before it went out of bounds. Downey gonna have to beat the shot clock. Ooh, good D by Dang Dak. And TBA gets it back.
Athman hands in the cookie jar.
Muhammad just calm up, drops it. Leads at 22. Every time Northstar gets a couple of stops, they give it right back, or TBA just takes it. The art of the entry pass.
A lost start. And a big reason for that is the loss of the true big man position. Most guys don't have to feed inside to a low post. Sweet move, Keon Baker. This is what I mean by point guard skills. Yes, there are shooting guards that have that playmaking ability, but this dude's got the ball in the string, and as Downey graduates, you are going to see him move to the PG spot.
To have the cojones to pull that off in traffic. And look, he got himself to the line with it. Good on the first. I know when we watched that TBA GTA prep game together, Downey had a good game. There were some things that we saw that, consistency was a bit of a question on the shot. And you said Keon Baker is the guy I'm coming away with.
For sure.
Opening my eyes.
And he's got 22 points in the game right now, had 16 at the half. Leading scorer for the game. Good move.
Right? Yeah. Just has not been Junior Mercy's few games.
Here's Baker again getting a tip on it.
So long.
Clean D.
Ugba. He's very, very calm under pressure. Has not had a great game, but when he does get his shot off, looks very, very good. Just saying, the 43 points wasn't an aberration. Hoffman. Nice pass. Ooh, Baker felt good on that one.
That would have shut it down.
Yeah.
What makes this team so dangerous, JT? You got multiple pieces for TBA who are so capable of going off for 30 points. Baker, who's got another year, is approaching that.
Dang Dak has been the X factor for Northstar in this game. Othman. Dak pulls it down. He can be so important playing within himself.
Somebody's woken up.
Dang Dak has woken Northstar out of their Sunday slumber. They are still down big, but stay with us. 5:18 to go. Tell your friends we got a game. Toronto versus Winnipeg.
It has to be beat down into your head. You have to be challenged repetitively. You have to set a trend for the next guys that are coming up. Don't be asked to go harder. Give your hardest before you are asked.
In the fall, rep tryouts set the stage, but not everyone makes the cut. Players that catch eyes of coaches are awarded a roster spot and a chance to represent, but nothing else for now. The work is just beginning. Playing time is fought for. rep by rep, and practice after practice.
The North Pole Hoops Blueprint is a multi-layered system for Canadian basketball talent to maximize their potential from grade 5 all the way to the NBA. NPH works in partnership with the community, including the national and provincial governing bodies, as well as club programs to maximize scholarship opportunities.
Okay. We're back. I think Ben Simmons manufactured that one. We got a game, folks. We got a game. Dak starting to warm up.
Thought about another pull-up there.
I'm glad he didn't. Tough shot to take. Downey getting downhill. Kick out.
I love the split of the defense there in transition.
I don't know, like it will be interesting to see as we move along in the different sessions and the divisional games what type of defenses are thrown at Downey to be able to stop his forward movement.
I think he's best being defended in a man-to-man and putting some length on him.
Yeah.
You got to put 6'4", 6'5" on him and hope that he doesn't cross them over or blow by them on the first step. It's awesome for them to have also Yakubu, Downey, and Baker on the perimeter.
Baker drops it off.
This is why I say Baker's a PG. He sees the floor entirely, plays with other PGs, and still knows how to operate without the ball in his hand.
Deng Dak has been a huge part of the little bit. Yeah, I was just thinking that. He's got 3, so now he's out of the game. So that little run that brought that lead from 22-24 down to 16 was really fueled by Deng Dak. He's now on the bench. So where is it going to come from now? And I'm talking about defensive end, and then obviously on the offensive end. When you're stuck 16, you got to get stops and you got to get buckets.
Well, let's see what Cochran gives them. He's the substitution here. Cochran's very familiar with the playing style of TBA, having been a part of this team last season as well.
Oh, lazy pass. TBA just eats that for dinner. And 1. Keon Baker getting it done, putting TBA on his back. Interchangeable parts. These guys love seeing their teammates start to go off.
Keon Baker, move him up.
They weren't rebounding like that was an and 1. They thought it was 2 shots. Leads back to 19. Northstar really had this game hanging in the balance.
Look at this length from Baker as he extends. Takes away a lot of angles here. You got multiple players now with their arms out, and honestly that's enough sometimes just to take away a look for a point guard.
I think you need to get back to giving it to Akinbo Lumbo in the high post. He can at least see over the defense. And those long arms, he can drop it over, because Quentin Cochran was open, flashing from the baseline there, but they just couldn't get it to him because, I mean, from our vantage angle, where do you pass it? It's just arms and legs for days. Nobody called out the shot clock from the bench. They got it up, though. TBA, they got numbers. Tough shot.
Little hesitation dribble here.
Sent back by Muhammad. Transition game. Nice two.
Another good feed by Baker. Man, to make that pass in transition and kind of lead him towards the rim, that's a tough one because you don't want to put too much on it and have it go out of bounds.
Yakubu finishes. Cochran has found himself open a couple of times. They just haven't been able to get him the ball. This is good, but you need stops to pair with these threes or you're just going to still be stuck double digits, and that is where Northstar is. Toronto Basketball Academy looking to go 3-0 in this session and go home sitting atop the NPA at 4-0. Nice take. We've seen it from range from Rye. Finish that one at the rim.
And a special thank you to everybody who's joined us over the course of this week here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We love to see the demographics and everybody joining from all over the country and across the world.
Keon Baker, you knew he was going to take it hard. Great defense. Good non-call.
The composure
love
here
to see
from
that.
Ugba.
Love to see that. And he's open. They lost him on the wing. Yeah, Sheg should have kicked that out. He has been open in the corner for a while. Wow. Amadis Nodars McKay makes the most of his time.
And they're keeping it within 19, man.
I know it's like, I mean,
I know it's a big lead.
Exactly, yes.
But hey, it's not stretching any further.
It's just if you stick around, you have a chance. And that's what they're doing. They're sticking around. But this guy,
nobody's able to stay in front of him. He tricks you with his hesitations, he freezes you, then goes.
reminds me of last year's national championship game when nobody could stay in front of Jacoby Neath. Different body types.
And Jacoby definitely more verticality.
Yes, yes. I mean, Downey doesn't live above the rim.
Jacoby was emphatic with his dunks.
But one thing that Deshaun Downey has, he's got that North Preston in him.
That is something that you cannot build. The East Coast grit. Halifax, stand up. Nova Scotia, stand up. Continuing to bite into this TBA lead is Northstar. 74-57 here in the third quarter.
Fans getting into it.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday morning turns to Sunday afternoon. The fans starting to get amped. Good D. There's a turnover. Transition. Cochran, only his 5th points of the day, but cuts the lead to 15.
And the bench is up. The crowd is into it.
And they leave Rye open. Ooh.
And this is going to be now 6 unanswered points.
Ooh. Don't want to pull that on Othman.
Not this guy.
That's a lockdown defender. Lost it, and Othman comes up with the steal. Transition game. Throw down with the one-hand spike. Yakubu silencing the crowd. Ogba, yeah, should have made the pass. That was not a confident pull-up. Yeah, 2 bad shots in a row. Oh! Jovan Rye!
And the bench for TBA is loving this.
Flew to the rim to say hi. Leads at 19, 22.6 to go.
I really love the team culture for TBA, man. The coaching staff has been phenomenal. Hats off to Jovan and Yusuf and the rest of the staff for everything that they're doing over there. Culture is everything, man. Whether you're in a business, on a team, on a sports team, whatever the case may be. The tone that you set
Simmons got a launch. Should have followed that shot. Transition game again for TBA. Got back, called for the foul.
And such great awareness.
They took their time on that. Leads at 21. Have a feeling TBA is going to head home undefeated.
Indochino to me is a million guys getting a million suits, and each one is different. I think the value is the quality is undeniable in terms of the suit that you'll get, and the fabric and style selection is second to none.
I think when someone puts on a suit, they take on almost a different personality, and they feel comfortable in their skin and who they are, and they feel good. Doesn't matter where you're going, what event you're going to, but everyone feels good in a suit.
I think a lot of what we do is kind of going against the grain, so to speak. Bespoke, made to measure, custom was traditionally only in store. We were the first to bring it online, and as we went through that journey, we really felt that in order to connect with the consumer, we needed to give them true options, really provide a service and an engaging experience that customers would enjoy and remember.
Indochino is a custom-made experience, but with off-the-rack prices. You are in control. So you come on in, you choose what sort of material you're pursuing, choose what sort of print or patterns you really want to try out overall. From there, you pick out what kind of customizations you want to bestow upon these lovely garments, measure you up, and you get to express what you want, tighter, looser, longer, shorter, so everything sits on you as you want. We do everything all in one for you.
We give a 100% made-to-measure product. So it's very sort of individual and very personalized. It's for them. It's their suit.
Seeing them in their final suit just kind of makes it worth it at the end of it, because you spent time with them, and you know whether they wear suits every day or this is their first suit. It's exciting. Like, you help them.
TBA gets the rock back up 21 with 10 minutes to go. Just think Northstar has run out of gas. 3-0 through 3 days here. They'll be happy with the 3-1 record, and we will have TBA atop the NPA overall standings at 4-0, with a couple of teams at 3-0 and 3-1.
And I bet you CTA boys are licking their chops at the opportunity. Here's Okiki! Gets stopped, fouled by the big man.
That is twice now where two guys have been met at the rim.
Some really good ball being played here, man, throughout these 4 days. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. This is the best the NPA has been. I'm looking at it collectively.
Yeah.
The entire league. Like, even you look at teams like SBA and GTA, like those guys are going to improve over the course of the season. They never stay the same. The player development on both sides is really good. It's just a matter of, depth and roster.
Yeah, depth, roster, time together. A lot of these teams don't have an opportunity to play many games. No call, but he'll take two.
And Capueno's been awesome off the bench for Northstar. Nice floater there.
Sile.
Capueno again.
Yeah. Has to stay within himself. The big man's got to remember to keep it up off the rebound.
Yep, and it's a good job by Salah. He's trying to earn himself some extra minutes, gets the poke and the ball back.
Oh, see, even quick on the pass there, right? TBA. I mean, when they're missing the threes, they're getting the offensive rebounds. Recipe for disaster if you're Northstar. Nice look. Othman.
Wow.
He's feeling it. He has been a star defensively. And now he's filling it up on the other end as well.
And now how many at the buzzer shots has TBA hit?
Foul on the floor. Capuano at the line. Just does not seem to be Northstar's day. Missing free throws. Yep. I mean, I think we saw it after they went 3-0 and you saw TBA up next. You knew it'd be a good game, but you also think, this is the game where Northstar is brought back to earth.
Yep. TBA's just too deep.
Foul on Ugba. TBA marching to the charity stripe. Okiki will be there to shoot 2.
Just 8 minutes to go. This TBA will put them out their misery. Not a bad way for Northstar, the home team, to finish up though, 3-1. Dang Dak here, strong take.
In foul trouble in that third. He's back on the floor now, but he'll be a little too late.
And this is the biggest the lead's ever been in this game, 25 points now. Othman with the rebound.
TBA always seems to have numbers in transition.
And they know where everybody is on the floor.
Yeah. Ugba. Capuano back to Ugba. Got to take that. Got to make that. Cochran battling. Capuano go the line to shoot 2. He's not been able to finish quite as well as he had in the rest of this session.
Into the game for Rai and Othman is Dhaliwal and Baker. Well-earned rest for those two. They've been a nice tandem together, really understand where each other are on the floor and have been able to get each other open. And the crowd's still into it, not wanting Northstar to give up. Can definitely respect that. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Didn't even touch the mesh.
That's a sniper. He's been a specialist for years. Since his days, I think he went to Sir Alan McNabb in Hamilton.
Ooh. You know, if Dak didn't get into foul trouble, I think he would have been much more of an impact player in this before it got completely out of hand. He's been pure from range in this one, has the 3-and-D guy. He's going to pull it. Thought about it. We get back to the line instead with 6:13 to go.
We had quite a few standout performers here in this session. Quo Agua, one of them in the last game for Edge, was big on the glass and had 24 points in that one. Downey, obviously, a couple of big ones. And Emmanuel Ugba on the floor right now for Northstar, number 1 in the white on your screen.
Jackson McKay and Shagan Akimbolombo checking in.
I'm sorry, that's a 7, not a 1 on Ugba's jersey.
Tap out. The same way TBA has numbers on the offensive end in transition, they're almost always back on D.
Yeah, their conditioning is really good. And Dak really starting to jack it up now. Just trying to put points on the board. Give it to that guy.
Got his toe behind the line. 20-point deficit with 5:30 to go is a lot, considering how well TBA has been able to score. They got 92 points already.
And they're going to surpass the 100 mark, that's for sure.
Consistently this season.
So we look at TBA right now, and we're seeing they're the highest scoring team with probably the fastest high-octane offense, and then arguably the best defensive team as it stands from what we've seen.
From what we've seen, yeah. Haven't seen all the teams yet, obviously.
Otherwise, we're going to get a text message from Tony House, who's probably watching right now, and said, hey, you forget about us, 2-time champions.
Well, Northstar will be shooting the rest of the way, but the way they've been shooting from the line doesn't necessarily mean that's going to help them cut into this lead. Big Sheg splits a pair. Ooh, could have been an over and back. Foul called instead.
And the home crowds have been big ones. Both bleachers filling up. This isn't the outcome that they wanted, but I mean, TBA's been the talk of the town. You always hear about Toronto and the powerhouse that it is in Canada. Well, here's a representation of it.
Othman.
Superb week for Othman. There's not a lot of wrong he's done, if any.
No. Such a good defender.
Not going by him.
Such a great defender. Dak. Dang Dak has had the flamethrower out today from range.
Now, you didn't see this defense from the get-go from Dak. You had to tick him off a little bit for him to step it up.
That was very good D. Foul called, down, he gets to the line. Splits the pair, but TBA with the free throw offensive rebound. Has he missed? Arnor Dollywall maybe shooting like 80% from 3 in this session.
I can't wait for these stats to come out, man. I'm going to be really breaking down a lot.
Telegraphing that pass, and then Ugba hits him on the head. Hey, man, Northstar is battling, but sometimes the writing's on the wall.
I can't even, man, there's so much to say, and like TBA, who's taking them down?
CTA. And I'm not saying like that's who I think is going to be interesting. Like the competition atop the league. I think you're going to see CTA. You're going to see Edge.
Yeah, you can see Edge get better.
RNS
for sure.
is going to have a chance. RNS, remember, has a lot of length and a lot of athletes. They're just they don't roll deep.
Super tough squad.
Yeah, but they only have 10 guys. So, but that's what's so great about our single elimination at NPA Nationals this year. Everyone will be guaranteed 2 games, but to stay on the winner's side of the bracket, you got to win every game. And anything can happen, right? Like, we've seen TBA come in and just shoot the heck out of the ball. They have a game where their percentage goes down from range. What happens at that point, right?
And just to pause on Deng for a second. This is the Deng Dak that they need from him every game. You can't pick and choose, and I hope he hears this. You cannot pick and choose when you want to turn it up. When the ball gets tipped, this is what we need from him. High energy on both ends, looking to stay aggressive, slash, and score.
But I think it's a matter of him finding the ability to be able to do that when his other guys are going off. Like when Ugba goes off for 30 plus, to see Deng Dak continue to do what he does.
Yeah, he can at least in those cases. Look, Emmanuel's having a hot night, Junior's having a hot night. Well, then what are you doing defensively? How much are you rebounding? Because the defense he's played in the last couple of minutes have been really good. He's got called on a, you can argue a bad call, but outside of that, and I say this not to chirp at him. It's because I know how good he can be.
Downey checks out. I think TBA is going to hopefully be able to have their reserves finish this one out. Northstar is not giving up. But I think their big boys have been able to do what they need to do. There's not much of a drop-off when you get to the bench, so let's get some minutes for these guys. Like Dollywall coming off the bench. Him and Rye, who are playing a little give and go right now, they're the shooters.
Daggers.
Dak, of course he's going to shoot it. He's had it going.
Even the misses look good.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was right in front of us. That looked good the whole way till it rimmed out.
Here's Baker, that low crossover.
Oh,
gets it below his knee.
Oh, great pass fake. Oh, couldn't finish it.
And the bench would have erupted.
Stolen right back by Dollywall. Oh, they are crashing the glass. Northstar pushing back. Junior Mercy with those locks flowing. He'll get to the line with 2:30 left. Game is out of reach at this point, but it's going to be hard for Northstar to look at the positive because they wanted this game. But, I mean, they had some great individual performances. They are going to finish with 3 wins, which is triple their amount from last season total. They know that they have stuff that they need to work on before the Calgary session, January 9 to 12. Sometimes coming out 4-0, this gives you a false hope. Mercy.
And all the games have been set for Calgary, which is going down January 9th to 12th. Join us there in person or online. You can catch all the action both on northpolehoops.com as well as npacanada.com. And Northstar will have a chance to make up for this one as they take on GTA Prep on our first day out in Calgary.
Dak with the rock. 1:30 to go. Northstar just want to try to run something here at the end. Try to get some in-game flow. Not all these teams will have an opportunity to play much competitive games before the next session. It's been outstanding basketball out here. Great host by Northstar Preparatory Institute, Darren Leonard and his wonderful wife and the volunteers, and Alberto behind the camera, of course, Tristan Jones and Jason Ramroop, our NPA Roadshow, our crew of 4 that go out and find passionate people about basketball to work alongside us in these different cities. And having said all that, I cannot wait to get home.
All that to say that. But you know what? I'm in full agreement. My eyes are burning. I'm losing my voice.
And I think for part of it too, it's to be able to go home and then kind of share what we saw. And you know,
I tell you, man, I'm going to be working the phones nonstop this week.
Exactly.
We got a lot of coaches to talk to about these players.
Yeah.
Arno Conan, Jashawn Downey. These are guys we need to bubble up their recruitment ASAP.
Baker, the rare miss today. He has been in fuego. One minute to go. Our final minute of the Winnipeg session. Our final minute of session number 2. Toronto Basketball Academy, the class of the NPA as we speak, will improve to 4-0 atop the overall standings in the NPA. We'll have RNS at 3-0. A few other teams sitting at 3-1. And then a bunch of squads starting the season slowly but progressively getting better as we work towards Nationals March 26th to 29th in Toronto. 12 seconds to go. It has been an absolute pleasure here in Winnipeg. The people, the fans, the basketball, the stars that have been uncovered, and the names we already knew. It has been a pleasure, folks.
Thank you
for everyone here.
Appreciate you, partner.
See you in Calgary.
See you at the airport.
See you at the airport. For Tristan Jones, Jason Ramroop, the entire NPH crew, Alberto, and the NPH crew back home. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in Calgary. Till next time.